Hi guys, Jasmine Pather here with Photo Booth International. I'm excited. We have another episodes of our Young Hustlers edition. Today I've got Yvonne and Josiah. Woohoo! Welcome. How are
Yeah,
you guys?
good. Yeah,
Awesome. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Where are you guys from? What do you guys do?
sure. So I'll start and I'll let Josiah in. My name's Yvonne Hernandez, and I am a single mom. This is my son Josiah, and we're from Fowler, California. We're in between Los Angeles and San Francisco. We're right in the heart of the valley. The population in our town is about 7,000 people, and I'm very fortunate to be blessed to work and live in the city that I've grown up in.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You want to
And
share?
now, Josiah, tell us a little bit about who you are.
I'm Josiah. I'm gonna be an incoming sophomore this year. I do swim, an FFA this year, trying to have that extra cash and hopefully buy a new computer with the animal.
And how old are you?
14.
14. Awesome. And so you guys have a photo booth, right? You bought a photo booth from PBI. What photo booth do you guys have?
The PB,
The black tie.
the black tie.
The
Black
black tie.
tie. Awesome. And what's your company's name?
It's just Photo Booth Fun by Josiah. It used to be Photo Booth Fun by Yvonne, but as my son has gotten older and more responsible, I decided to say, hey, this is your baby. You take it on and go make some extra cash. And that's what he's been doing ever since we've gotten it.
So you took it and you ran with it, huh, Josiah?
Basically, yeah.
So you prefer the new name better than before, huh?
Oh yeah.
When did you guys get your black tie?
So I ordered it probably late February, and we were so busy during the time. We also do photography, and it was after COVID. Man, people just wanted photos, so we actually had the box and it sat in our house for a little while because we were so busy with our photography business that we just didn't have a minute to open it up. But we probably should have opened it up sooner because from the day that we opened it up to now, I mean, we've had a gig every weekend since. So it's really been just a great photo booth for us thus far. You know, we've been so happy with it, and hopefully we'll pick up another one in another 6 months or so.
There you go. Are you guys getting requests for double bookings like on the same dates?
For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's already happened, and you know. As soon as I could find somebody that could go with Josiah, because I believe it's important for someone who is 18 and over to be with him
Mhm,
when he's at an event.
definitely.
Then we could like split up. You know, I still have an old photo booth that I use. It's not an old, I mean, old in style, but just a backup. But I just going to be honest, and we really love this setup that we got from you guys. We are it's super easy and it's super fun and it is an attraction more than anything, and people see it and they want it. You know, they want us at their next event. So it's just it really has just brought us to a new level in the business. So we're very pleased.
That's awesome. It goes hand in hand with your photography, right? So, how long have you been doing photography?
So I've been in the business over 20 years.
Wow.
I've been in the business over 20 years. Again, our community is a small community, but it's big at heart. So I've been very fortunate to pick up a lot of work in my community, and it's been an extra side hustle for me. And I brought my son along for the ride even before he came out of the womb. So he's been my partner for 14 years in everything that I do. So when we go somewhere, I mean, he's my guy. He's my personal assistant. He's the owner of the new photo booth, and we just kind of work well together.
I love that. So, I mean, you introduced Josiah to the world of entrepreneurship since he was born, and you
Oh,
involved him
absolutely.
in all aspects, and so it seems like that's why it was so easy for him to integrate into the photo booth business and kind of take it and run with it, because it's just in his nature, because that's all that you've kind of surrounded him with at a very young age.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the other thing, I mean, we're very involved in our community and in our church, so he's not a shy. He's able to get out there and speak to people, and that's key when you're doing business with folks. You know, you want
Mhm.
them to remember not only your product but your face, your character, how you dealt with them at an event. You know, so that's key for us as well, to build relationships. One thing that we get is. Folks who continue to call us years later. Hey, you did my daughter's photo booth when she graduated eighth grade. She's graduating college now. Can you come back? That's been another great tool that we have, is just building those relationships with folks that we're able to get those calls back to come back and do some work for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because you've been in the industry for so long, it's only natural for you to have sort of a returning base, client base that wants to continue working with you. So that's amazing. So then that segues into the next question I have for you. So I know you said you have an older photo booth, and then you bought the one from us. So how did that idea come about for you to like decide, okay, I think I want to integrate a photo booth into the business?
Sure. So, my first photo booth that I bought was in 2012. I wish I could share the photo with you. And it took us about an hour to set it up. We literally built it. Somebody, put it together for us. But whenever we had to go to a gig, we had to build this photo booth like Lego blocks, and it was a pain. The quality of the camera wasn't as grand. The quality of the printer wasn't as grand. But it was 2012. We had a photo booth, and we were busy. We used it
Mhm.
until we couldn't use it no more. So as I went on, and I knew I wanted to continue in this business, I looked into another photo booth, and it was great. The quality is great. It still runs amazing. But as I'm getting older, and I kind of wanted something that was easier, and like I said, something that I could send him off to, something that's not gonna be so tedious getting it all set up, but still give an excellent quality and being an eye stopper. I want somebody to see this. So when I looked around, I looked at several different companies, and yours was one that I kept going back and forth to. And I wanted that easy setup. I wanted that, you know, uh, I don't want to have to carry a million pieces into a gig. And with the black tie, that was what kind of attracted me, because I figured if I have to go somewhere alone, and is this something that I could do? And that's kind of really what I looked at. And but everything about it thus far has been amazing, absolutely amazing. And I don't just say that. We still have our other booth, and when we go out, we're taking the black tie. We're taking the black tie. So.
Well, I love to hear that. I love to hear that you're very happy with the product and it's easy for you and your lifestyle, right? That's why we offer so many different versions of a photo booth. But did you happen to see it somewhere and then you decided like when you bought your very first one, did you, after doing your photography, how was it that you made the decision, okay, I think I need to add a photo booth to the business?
Well, yeah, just being able to cross market the photography. So if I'm booking a wedding, I'm definitely booking a photo booth as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw how that just worked out hand in hand. And one thing that I really look at in the photo booth industry, and I know you guys will agree, and as a photographer, I know this firsthand, that taking a photo is never going to end. Taking a photo, people want photos no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something, when I looked into an investment, I thought, well, I could buy a mechanical bull, or I could buy a bounce house, or I could, but some of these things kind of get boring. But taking photos never get boring, right? How many selfies do we take a day, Jasmine? Right? I mean,
Yeah.
they just never and it's something that, I tell people that photos are not for today, but for tomorrow. They're a lasting memory. And having a photo booth, I mean, we do so many, and it just the joy that you see when somebody gets that print right off the bat. It's just they look at it, and I love to see it when they're posting it on their Instagram and their Facebook, and we created a memory for somebody, so that's important for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I can't tell you so many times that we worked with events, and sometimes, most of the time it's these like special events, right? A wedding, a 50th birthday, an anniversary party, a retirement party, right? And often these gatherings are what bring the whole family together, with everyone is so busy nowadays, and it's hard to get everyone in one room. And so that's what these events do for people, is they bring their family together. And so what I soon found out after starting our photo booth rental business is that it's far more than just the entertainment aspect. Like you said, it's a memory that people will cherish forever. And in some cases, it's the last picture that a whole family took together
absolutely.
before something, sometimes tragic things happen. And so sometimes people would call us, and maybe a few months after the event, and they'd say, hey, is there any way that you can send me the picture that I took? I don't have it, but it was the last photo I took with my grandma before she passed. And it has, all the sisters and the brothers in the picture. So those are the touching moments that you realize, wow, like this is so much more than just entertainment. It's really
Absolutely.
a piece of someone's life that you get the pleasure of capturing on film. So it's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about what each of your role is in the business. So I know you started off photos by Yvonne, and then it evolved to photos by Josiah. So what role does Yvonne have, and what role does Josiah have?
Wow. So I'll speak on that, and then I'll let Josiah kind of piggyback. But we haven't really taken off in the website part of it. We do social media like crazy. We do our own personal page. I have a pretty big following in not just my community, but in the surrounding areas. So we're very fortunate to get the jobs that we do without having a website. I can imagine if I had a website and we really pushed it, how much more work. But it's just he and I right now, and our goal is to expand. My goal for my son is for him to have 10 of these by the time he's maybe out of high school. That's really what I'd like to see. So my role is obviously the financial part of it, and making sure that we have the insurance and the booking. So I take care of all the booking, but he also will take bookings. He'll be at school and he's texting me, Mom, are we available this day? We got somebody here. So he's very well known, and also in the community or in the at his school, where he's taking bookings as well. So, and you can tell her what you do with the photo booth. And
well, of course, I put it together, put in unload, preload, make sure the photoshop's right, the film and the printer, making sure everything's being plugged in, and some booking.
Yeah. And he also operates it. So, we know that there's an option where they could hit the button on the black tie, but I think it's just more personable when you're able to just, allow them to get there, get their props, and enjoy the booth versus, going up there and hitting buttons. Sometimes they don't know what buttons to hit, even though it's on there, so he does operate the machine, and he's letting people know, hey, you can grab a prop, or get ready, or take some more, or reprinting. So we really just try to be very hands-on with the product that we have, and just give that extra customer service to the customers.
Well, good. So did you say that you make the templates, Josiah?
Sometimes, but my mom's been making them because I'm still kind of learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys using Photoshop to make them?
So we have Photoshop and Canva, and and that was something new to us. So we did a lot of design. Obviously being a photographer, you learn that part of Photoshop very early on. But Canva has been really easy for us to use, and like I said, I try to make sure that he's just involved, because I always try to succession plan, if in case one day that I can't be there. I want him to know every end of the business. So if Mom can't make a photo strip, he needs to be able to make a photo strip and load it into the system.
Nice. Yeah, Canva's super easy to use.
Yes, very easy.
Yeah. So now that I know a little bit about what each of your roles is, can you tell everyone how much money you've made so far with your photo booth?
Yeah. So, we probably made close to about 7 grand since we've opened our booth. On April 30th of this year was our first gig. We did
Wow.
our local high school prom, and we went out there to a beautiful venue, and it was the first time that we took the black tie out there, and
Mhm.
we weren't super knowledgeable on the strip and all that because, like I said, it took us a while to get our boxes open, believe it or not, because we were so busy with other things that were going on. But we had a very successful night, and through that first booking that we booked for our local high school, I do want. I think that's what you see. I always make sure that people know that he's out there working. Once I post that on social media, we're getting calls immediately for the next event. So it's
Mhm.
just a small tool that I've used, and it's kept us busy. But yeah, so that's where we're at there, and we know that we'll hit another peak season in August. We kind of wanted to take just a small break in July because it is very busy for us in the photography business, photo business, and then just in our personal life. Like I said, I work full time for the city here. So we're taking a little break this month just to be able to kind of just catch up and get ready for August, because we know August is coming. We got September weddings booking already. We have corporate events coming in for December. So we want to make sure that we're well rested and ready to go.
There you go. So
Yeah.
here in Texas, I'm in hot and humid Dallas, Texas. So I'm jealous of the weather you guys get in California.
Oh,
But
wow.
here, our peak season, like for weddings, is like October.
Okay.
Outdoor weddings are super popular around that time. Right now during summertime, it's still, busy, but not anything compared to October. October and November are very busy for weddings, and then of course December for the holidays.
Sure.
But yeah, I can't imagine. So August is a super busy month then for you guys.
Yeah, we just it's still relatively hot in here. We see 110-degree temperatures. And we've been very lucky this year that it hasn't been as hot. We're actually in a
Mm.
kind of a cool season right now where normally we would be in the hottest part of the the month. So but August will pick up for us. Like I said, you got a lot of into the summer things that are going on. Kids are getting ready to go back to school.
Mhm.
We'll do a lot of after school program photo booths. We contract with it's Fresno County, the schools. So 4 times a year, we're already booked with that organization, and that all happens right when school starts. So, and like I said, this kid goes to the local high school here, so they'll call us every single time that there's a Sadie's or a Christmas dance or anything like that. So we're ready to go.
That's awesome. So with the 7,000 that you made so far, how many bookings has that equated to?
You know, I was trying to do my math this morning, so let me just try to because I know we were double booked in, not double booked, but we were uh, almost booked in June, 4 or 5 days in a row once it came to graduation. So that worked out right around 14, 15 gigs
That's
in
great.
that short time. um, so um, and like I said, we anticipate just to be slammed once, we get past July. Like
Mhm.
I said, school starts, all the school dances will start, the after school programs, and then just anything else that's going to come our way. We're ready to go.
That's awesome. I love it. Josiah, so tell me a little bit about like what your experience has been working the event. So what's some of your favorite things about working the events?
Just getting to know the people, like their attitudes or how they act in the photo booth. Like we did this one photo booth and the group got all drunk, so they were messing around, doing weird stuff, and and I just had to watch them the whole time.
Pretty entertaining, huh? Adult drunk people.
Yeah. I think that was one question that they had for him at one of the photo booths. They go, "How do you do it to sit here and watch?" But it's fun. It's fun entertainment, and oh, there you go. But yeah, I think his like you said, just interaction and meeting the folks. He tends to enjoy stuff like, and going to different venues. We'd love to go to different venues, and every venue we're at, he's telling me, "Mom, this is where my graduation party is going to be." You know,
Then you go to an even cooler venue. You're like, no, I want to hear.
oh my gosh, how many of those things that we've come across, because we've seen some beautiful venues here in our valley, and each time we think, okay, this is it. Let's go ahead and we'll book your graduation party here. So we'll see. But
That's actually
he'll definitely have 2 photo booths at his graduation party. So
there you go.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep everybody entertained there.
How big is your class?
We're about 230.
Yeah.
230.
That's a good amount. Yeah, that would require 2 photo booths, I would say.
For sure.
So that's great that's one of your favorite parts is getting to know the people. What do your friends think about you starting your own business?
They like it because I'm getting around, getting to know people. The one where I had to watch the drunk people, that was actually my friend's party, and my mom booked it, but I already got invited to the party, so it was kind of like had to work, kind of had a party too. But my friends like it that I'm doing it. They're happy for me that I'm making money and getting out there.
There you go. So how did you juggle having your friends there, but also kind of having to work that event? How was that?
It was easy. My mom was working some of it, then she had to go pick up my friend from another party, so I had to work that part. Then we just like switched off back and forth.
Sounds like you have a cool mom.
Yeah, so he'll tell me, especially during graduation season, Mom, I know we're doing this photo booth, but I'm invited. I'm like, and of course, Mom's like, no, you should work, but okay, go hang out for a while, and there's some instance where I say, okay, go ahead, I'll sit here and I'll do the work, but that's kind of the I guess the two-edged sword when you live in a community that you're very well connected. You're going to get invited to everything, and then you're going to go do work for somebody in this town. So we just got to kind of balance that. But he's 14 years old, and I still want him to enjoy life, but I also want him to know that there's an outlet. Having a photo booth business. This kid's going to go to college in about 3 years, and I want him to have a way to make an income where he's not, I want him to study during the week, and on the weekends, go make some money,
Mhm.
And that's kind of the whole reason we, decided to do this and really hit it hard, because this is for his future. Not so much mine. Thank God I'm very well taken care of, but I want him to feel the same. He's 14 years old, and he's a little modest. His friends look at him and they're like, man, you get to do things that we don't get to do. But it's not because mama's doing it. He's putting in the work, and he earns everything that he gets. And I'm not the kind of mom that just says, okay, I'm just going to go buy you this. I make him work for his shoes and work for his necklaces and things that he enjoys, because I think it's a good lesson to learn, and having the photo booth has just taught him responsibility. I've seen so much growth in him. Like I said, he said it himself. He does the setup. He sets up the backdrops. He sets up the props. He's there operating the whole time. I'm just the adult in the back, and he's communicating with guests. So I just, it's just teaching him to grow, just getting him out there, and I think that's what his friends they enjoy the most too, when they see, because they know that he's out there. He's talking to folks. He's not little quiet here, but he's not that quiet when he's engaging with folks out there doing the photo booth events. So, and kids nowadays, they just don't talk because they're constantly on their devices, so it's just
Mhm.
another good way to keep them engaged with folks, keep them engaged with people and having, communication with people. I think that's just so important for everybody these days,
Definitely.
kids and adults.
A human to human interaction, not like a computer or a phone in between,
Wow.
Social media and the internet is fantastic. It's a great tool, but that's really what it should be, as a tool, not
Mhm.
solely rely on that for communicating with people. So I love that you're practicing your personable skills with other people and not just you know playing video games all day or being on TikTok. I don't know about TikTok. I just know that whatever happens on TikTok ends up on Instagram Reels. But I don't even have a TikTok. I just feel like I'm old now. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm not even gonna mess with that one.
Well, yeah, and Josiah, I mean, he could tell you that he's 14 years old, and I've never put a game box in his hand, or I don't allow him to have social media. So the only social media we use is mine, and again, we do it for promotion or things that we share. But I think that's why he's successful in what he does. He hasn't been so focused with a phone just in his face for hours at a time. And that's why he could communicate to people because I never put those things in his hands. I always ask my pastor, am I a bad mom because I didn't give him a Nintendo at 5 years old or whatever? He goes, no, because you're doing fine, And I'm not a prude or anything, but I just, I had my son very late in life, and I just kind of watched people parent. And I
Mhm.
thought, okay, I'll use from this playbook and this playbook, and again, putting a small business in his hand. Um, People see him. He's very well respected in our community and the surrounding areas, and kids look up to him. They look, he's out there hustling. He's making his money. He's able to do what he needs to do financially, able to save. I mean, he wants a truck, and we know how expensive trucks are.
Mhm.
That's his goal. He wants a truck, and he will probably have a truck in a few years if he keeps working hard. So,
What kind of truck, Josiah?
Any kind at this point.
Whatever you can afford at that point
yeah,
when you hit 16.
yeah.
Well, I think that you're well on your way. I mean, doing 7K from April to now is fantastic. You should be very proud of yourself. And I just love the way that you are instilling these core values into your son, Yvonne, because this is something that is gonna these skills you literally can't teach someone unless they actually do them. And so these skills will actually impact the rest of your life and how you go about anything that you want to do. So I know you said like you're looking forward to like getting into college and all of that. So what is your long-term goal? Like what do you want to study? Do you know?
uh, fa- Family sociology and psychology, like a therapist
Okay.
for like the juvenile halls and stuff like that.
For you.
Yeah, for youth.
Hmm. Well, it sounds to me like you have a very clear path of what you want to do in life, and that's pretty admirable at your age. Um, tell everyone what advice you would give to another teenager your age that's wanting to start a business.
If you want to do something really badly, get it and run with it and don't stop.
I love that. And then I know you just covered my last question, which is you're looking to buy your first truck with the money. Is there anything else that you're like anything else that you're looking forward to like saving up for or anything like that? I know your mom said you like shoes and accessories,
A new MacBook,
a new
and
MacBook.
the new Jordans.
Back in the day for Jordans, we used to have to wait in line at the Foot Locker or the shoe store to like actually get sneakers. And now I don't even understand the way that the raffles work or the shoe
Right.
raffle works. I just have the sneaker app, but I don't even know. I don't even have notifications on for it. I can't keep up with it anymore. But that's awesome. I know they're crazy expensive now, especially if you resell them.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, Is there any short-term financial goal that you have set for yourself? So you've reached 7K and we're in July, so we're halfway through the year. So what's your end of year goal?
To keep busting them out. I mean, we want to continue to market our photo booth. Like I said, we want another photo booth from your guys' company. We're hoping to do that shortly, probably sooner than later, because that is the goal. I want him to have 10 photo booths. I want this guy to run this market in our valley. And my son he has a last name, but people in this area know him by Josiah. He doesn't even need a last name. So if he ran for political campaign, which I always tell him he should, but he don't want to, then he would, they would know him just by his name. Just by his name, because like I said, he does have a good character. He's able to connect with folks out there. When people are booking, they're talking to me, but they're talking about him. They're talking about the product that he's delivering to the folks. So that's our goal, to have as many as we can. Again, this is for him. I just do the footwork to set him up because I want him to be very successful in everything that he does. And I'm just kind of the mastermind behind, just kind of pulling the strings, getting him going. But I want him to be standalone when he's old enough, and I want him to have workers to be able to go out and him start buying his own booth. So that's the goal for us. That's the goal for Josiah and I, and just so that he could be very, very successful in what he does and run this market. And I think that it's very possible. I don't ever put it out of our reach that it's not possible. So that's something that we definitely want to be doing.
100%. Yeah. And one tip I want to give Josiah, I know you don't have social media, but do you already have a YouTube channel? Did you start a YouTube channel yet? No. I think that would be a really cool way for you to promote your business, is to do little vlogs, right? I'm sure you know what a vlog is. So just sounds like you're Apple people like me. So take your iPhone with you. I mean, iPhones shoot amazing picture quality and video quality. Just take a little iPhone and record yourself, and just say, hey guys, I'm Josiah. I'm actually heading out to preparing for an event this weekend. We have 2 events this weekend. Tonight's is a prom. So I'm going to take you along and then just like show people how you set up and how you set up the props. And then, if you have permission, of course, people using your booth, and then showing what you do at the end to, all right, well, that was a 2-hour event. And now here I am, breaking things down. And these are the things I have to do, because I can't tell you, if you're already inspiring the people in your community, you could inspire so many more people all across the world that these other teenagers know they want to do something, right? And they don't know what, or they don't even know that they're capable of doing so. But maybe by watching a video that you post, you may inspire someone else to start a photo booth business or any other kind of business, right? It doesn't have to be a photo booth business, but I think it would be also a really great way for you to reflect as you get older, to see, okay, wow, I was only 14 and this is what I was doing, right? And then you just have that content for yourself and for your future family, but also, like I said, to inspire other people. And it sounds like you're a person that wants to leave a mark on this earth. So I just think that would be amazing if you did that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for that tip.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this interview. It was a young hustler. So today's highlight was Josiah. I look forward to seeing all of your accomplishments for the rest of the year. And I'm sure that you're going to be running a full throttle, fleet of photo booths with a whole bunch of people working these events for you. And eventually then you can just like manage them from behind the scenes. You don't even have to go out and work the events, But thank you again for taking the time, and stay tuned, you guys, for more content coming soon for the Young Hustlers editions. And on that, if you are ready to start your photo booth business, go to pbiforever.com. Again, that's pbiforever.com. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.